Hello and welcome to the Vista. We are back after a little hiatus, 3 or 4 weeks, I think it's been. And this week we are focusing on reflections. So reflecting on the last few months as individuals, as Noctem, and looking forward to the future and where we're going to get to. I think it's a really exciting time, guys. What do you think?
Big scary time, to be fair. I've got a lot of stuff going on for me. I don't know about you guys. But yeah, I think we've been doing great as Noctem, especially the content we've been getting. Have you seen them views we're getting?
Yeah,
Booming.
it's looking good.
Absolutely booming.
I think we're over, in the last 3 months, we're over 100,000 views on TikTok and over 28,000 views on YouTube.
Rookie numbers for us.
Rookie numbers. Yeah, it's just the start. Like, it's nice to look at, but then at the same time, it's like, okay, it's not where you want to be.
But you've got to, like, if you'd have said that for, like, even for 3 months ago, you'd have been like, we'll take that.
Yeah, pretty much starting from scratch, you know, like there was quite a lot of content that we had planned originally. It just never really came to fruition for various different reasons that we won't go into. But yeah, it does feel good, and it shows that people are enjoying our content, that they come back as well.
Yeah.
I think we probably need to do a bit of a better job on encouraging people to subscribe so that those numbers reflect it as well. But that is in the plans.
I'll say it's nice as people from my community specifically, like they'll be tuning into the podcast. Like the other podcasts we were setting up every week, there was someone who was constantly there on the upload, ready, tweeting it out, saying, "Oh, I'm already watching it." Going into mine and Coffee's chat, like, "Guys, I'm already watching it." And I just feel like that was just really heartwarming, especially when people were saying that they've watched it or they're listening to it in the car. It's like, oh, I feel I'm a part of. We're a part of this. It's great.
Obviously, these episodes are quite long, right? But the fact that people are sitting there watching it, like, if you look at all of our stats, they're always the longest watched videos are always to do with the Vista. And it's a shame that we haven't been able to keep it up for the last 3 or 4 weeks, but sometimes a break is a good thing and we can just come back stronger.
We've all been on the grind since the new CODs come out, so...
Grind don't stop.
Not for you, it done anyway.
Never done. Grind don't stop. Grind never stops.
The busiest man in esports, I think.
I'll tell you what, if I leave this planet, right, and I'm known for nothing else, like, not the most talented, not the most entertaining, but if people look at me back and go, that kid worked like no one else, that's all I ever want to achieve in life.
I love that.
Well, you've definitely achieved that 100%. Everyone knows you, especially over Twitter. They know you as someone who's constantly uploading, constantly doing something. It's like, what are you going to do next?
That's what I want. That's what I want. I want people to have that situation of where, God, I'm fed up of seeing this bloke on my timeline. He's an absolute idiot. And I tell you what, mate, you're going to get used to it because you're going to see my face everywhere. That's the plan.
We love it. We love it. And I guess next step for you is, like, let's get you out to Boston.
All I can do is smile at the thought of that. If someone would have told me 6 months ago that there's a potential of you to go to a CDL LAN in America as part of an organisation, I'd have said, mate, I don't know what you've been smoking today or drinking, but that ain't happening, chief. But it's good to reflect, and like I say, like anyone else like that looks at any of us and goes, oh, they've got something different. No, we haven't. Like, go look at us 6 months ago. Like, honestly, like, not that views ever matter to me, but I'm sitting there on like 3 views, sometimes 0. Do you know what I mean? And then one day something will click. You'll start working, and honestly, in such a small space of time, everything will change.
No, I agree with you on that because I'm saying I was literally rock bottom. Came back to streaming, came back to doing content creation, signed with Noctem. Next thing you know, I am where I am now, and I could not be any more grateful. But it's one of those things, like I said, I want people to see me about, notice me. People tagging me in like in the Noctem like competitions and stuff we're doing, like tourneys. People tagging me to play with it. It's like, oh, nice one, guys. You're gonna have to carry me, but yeah, I'll play. But I just like that noticeability as well.
Yeah, and you two have both been flying, right? I mean, Abby, your subathon recently just.
I'll talk about it.
Wait, also, I'm going to pull this up afterwards, yeah? But have you got the clip of you eating the ball testicles?
I'm pretty sure my mods clipped several times.
You know what, I was thinking, I need to go and find that, but like we can do that in the edit, and I'm just going to pull it up like over here somewhere. Like,
long story short, I had a bag in between my legs in case I threw up, and we had kick staff in chat. I had asked, "Is it okay? Is it TOS if I throw up? Because there's no promises." Long story short, yeah, I did. It was disgusting.
So
But the thing
explain
is,
it to us. Like, what did it taste like?
the pickle, the actual testicle itself. Let's just say when I got it recorded, nah, for real, this is disgusting, right? The actual testicle itself, when I got it out of the bag from the butchers, I had to order it from London. So shout out to Shaz for the person who actually challenged me to do it and got everybody to like it as well. So I had to do it as my weird eating food combination. Got it ordered after phoning around butchers saying, "Have you got any animals' testicles that I can eat by any chance on order?" I'm not even lying. I was on the phone to butchers for like a good solid 20 minutes asking around. They were talking about it. I'm like some idiot. Right? Got some from London, came, stunk my room out instantly. Had to shove them in the kitchen, apologise to my accommodation. Cooking the things. I've never smelt something worse in my life, right? And I know that, I don't know if I've noticed this is a bit too much to say, but I know the testicles in here an ass, but I'll tell you now that smell like shit. Alright, that was disgusting. Eating them, different level, right? Wasn't as bad as I thought it was. What made it worse is the combination was wasabi and pickle juice mixed in with it. So I had wasabi on the top. Look at Copy's face. I had wasabi on top of it, and I had Warhead pickle juice on it. Not just normal pickle juice, Warhead infused pickle juice.
Was this through
all over it.
choice?
No, do you think I had to do that on a bloody regular day? Do you think I just wake up one morning and go, you know what, for my snack, I'm going to have balls? You know what I mean? Just going to casually go fry up some... No. It was for 600 subs, because I only put the maximum to 250. But we hit that in the first hour.
Yeah.
So it was
watching.
So it was what was going... Yeah, you kickstarted it off, to be fair. So is it you're the one to blame?
Love it.
But
It's all for the content, right?
No. There's no money on this planet that will ever make me do that again. And if I manage to get this clip and show you, I tell you now, I will never ever, hand on heart, ever do that again for any amount of money, because that was absolutely disgusting.
All right. Okay.
Disgusting.
Copy. How much would it cost for you to eat a bull testicle?
What, with no wasabi or anything on it?
No, just pure testicle.
1,000 subs.
Do you want that? That ain't that bad. What's that? $5,000? $4,000?
Yeah.
You have to swallow it though, and if you throw it up, you have to then pick it back up and then.
I was going to go really rogue.
Bit of the quitters, eh?
I will swallow that testicle, mate.
Oh, I love it. We've gone rogue
I'll tell you
already.
now, from experience, it's pretty hard to do.
I'm not very well trained in this field, Abby, to be honest.
I think we need some PR training.
No, next. Moving on. ADHD kicked in. Moving on.
Right. Okay. Sweet. To copy a little bit about you. I mean, you've been flying recently, right? Ever since MW. I mean, you were one of. There was only a few people still grinding Modern Warfare 2, and that was literally on its last legs. No one wanted to play it. You were still on every day, grinding it out, running tournaments. And then Modern Warfare 3 drops, and it's like a new lease of life for you, right?
Mate, literally, when Modern Warfare 3 dropped, I was counting down the days. Like you say, a new lease of life. So many people returned to the scene. It's probably 75% more populated than it was in the off season. I couldn't wait to get there. But if I could play Modern Warfare 2 during the off season, right, and this is what I was doing. I think it was some of my stream title label. Was just training the mental. Now, if I could sit there, honestly, it was like a Doug sense of mine. I don't know what came over me that month, but I was like, if I can sit here and play ranked and make it interactive with the viewers while there's this huge cheating issue going on, I can sit here and grind anything. So I just grinded through it, and someone, I think it was Milky, shout out that man. He gave me a reference because this is how we first started the community cups as well. Because I was like, there's nothing to do, and he said to me, Cop, when we were younger, what did we used to have to do when we go out? Well, what did we leave the house with? Maybe a football, something like that. But we created our own games. We made the fun. Just make your fun, be creative, and that's how we got there. And I was like, that stuck with me. Just be creative with it. Everyone's like, there's no motive. Just create something. Just do something.
Yeah.
Just use the tools you have in front of you. Just stop moaning. Just get on with it.
No, I love that. I mean, I think it just speaks to your like personality as well, right? Like you just grind through stuff. Like even if you don't want to do it, you still get up and do it. Like it's there, and you know, big things are going to happen for 2024. I can feel it already.
100%. What have you been up to, anyways? Tell us about you. Yeah, what you've been up to.
Jesus, where do I start? So, I guess back to work after a little hiatus, which was a very nice hiatus, but obviously very busy. Probably couldn't have come at a worse time in terms of like the amount of content that we're producing now. Like at the moment, my days I'm up at like 6:30, 7, editing until 9, working 9 till 6, 6 till 10, 11. It's more editing, you know, like meeting with people, which is great, which is what I love doing. But this is a sort of time that I know that the work needs to be put in, because like you put in the work now, once we start onboarding sponsors eventually, then like that money can be used to fund our teams and like our content creators, and being able to do like all the other content ideas that we've got, like the IRL content and stuff like that. And then I'll be used to it by that point. I think it's been a bit of a shock to the system. Like there's days when I start my day job and I'm like, fuck this, mate. And like when I had days like that before, when I was just doing the esports thing, it's like, okay, cool, like I'll take the morning. You can't really do that in like in a day job, right?
I respect the grind.
Lots of positives. Like we've been to some really cool events. Obviously, very much looking forward to Boston in January if I get there. What else is there? I don't know. It's just been.
You going to Insomnia?
Insomnia, yes, but that's like March, right?
I think so, yeah.
Like my brain can't plan that far ahead of the moment.
Just next month, next 4 weeks, tomorrow.
Yeah. Just trying to grind out until next Friday, and then we're off until the New Year's, which means I can catch up on all the editing I've slacked on a little bit.
I can't say you've slacked on it. We've had constant content coming out. Like, I've had people sending me the TikToks from Noctem saying, Abby, this is hilarious and things like that. So you've been getting it out, you know, and you've been working things also. Pat on your back. You're gonna need the time off.
To be fair, not time off from Noctem, just time off from the day job. It is like it's been good in the sense that like for the last 2 months we've got out 3 TikToks, 3 shorts a day, and then like on average a video every like 2 to 3 days. The plan obviously for Christmas is to ramp that up to 1 a day. So fingers crossed. Right, I'm just gonna.
Oh, Cam.
I'm blurry.
Oh, you're blooding out.
There we go. Yeah, lots of positives. I think like this is what I quite like though. Just that the grindy feeling. It's one of the most fun parts of starting up your own company. I mean, this is like number 3 or 4 for me, starting my own company. So like doing that this is the best time, right? You're working your day job and then you just can't wait to finish, just so you know you're doing something productive afterwards as well.
Yeah, it's rewarding. It's rewarding when you do something you enjoy.
100%.
You've got to enjoy the grind though. That's the big thing. Don't enjoy the grind. Like, stop worrying about that and go, yeah, we all want to get there. If you don't enjoy the grind, then just stop.
Yeah, exactly. Because like I saw something earlier today actually, and it was just like a nice reminder. It's like being disciplined is better than being motivated, right? Because when you're disciplined, you're going to do it even on the days that you don't want to do it. Whereas if it's motivation comes and goes.
See, I saw someone posting it on Twitter. I think it was actually Murky. Something about like you can stay in bed a little bit longer and dream those dreams, or you can get out of bed and make them dreams come true. And since this morning, I've been thinking about it. I've been like, you know what? That's just a really good mentality to have. I'm gonna keep that in my head now. But I shout out to Murky for that. I know I did, but it was great. Because that's just it's having the mentality to do what you want to do.
Exactly.
Like, rather than just thinking, oh well, I'll get there one day. No, hurry up and start working. Use that day to get there.
Discipline.
That's it. Like, even if you've had 20 gins the night before, you still got to get up and edit those videos. Like you said you were going to do it, so get up and do it.
Wonder what we're on about.
Yeah.
No, definitely not me. And talking of murky, actually, I think this is quite a nice segue into like the pit, which is what you've been doing, Copy. So, like,
Gonna go on the pit.
yeah, well, why not? Like, we're here. So,
It's a
pit.
recap. That's a big part of your career right now.
Yeah, possibly the biggest behind Noctem, to be honest. Something else. Again, saw a space. No one's doing it. So much potential to make content in and around challenges specifically. No one's producing content. There's a lot of informative stuff, but like, there's some fun there. So I don't discredit anyone else, but like there's some fun to be had here. Like a lot of these players I've played around, I've no idea who they are. It'd be great to get to know the people, connect more people, which is what we try to do with the cups and like Noctem everything. Try and connect the community more. And I thought, yeah, this is a great way to do it. And I started it, got my good pal Sean on board. It's just helping me more than anything, just helping me out. He's an absolute top bloke. And yeah, the first month we done some stuff, and I look back at it and I was proud. You know what I mean? Like the brand and everything. I think it looks pretty professional. It looks good. The videos we produced, yeah, could they be better for sure? But everything could. And I sat back on it last week and I was like, it's time to ramp this up. It's time to ramp this up. We need someone on this project that isn't tied into too much else, has the time and the experience to help us with this. And I think I met Murky about, I'd say, a month ago. And it took me a couple of weeks to realize how much experience she had within the space, how intelligent she was. Uh, and I was like, she started telling me about her history and her degree and everything like that. And I was like, the cogs start turning, right?
yeah.
And I was chatting to Sean and I was like, no, this is perfect. Like sometimes things in life, people meet up and there's a reason for it. And I was like, let's do it. And it's exciting. Like she's been on for a few days only, and like everything's all of a sudden more professional. There's spreadsheets, there's Google Drives, everything's more structured. And it's like, that's what we needed, right? Like I've been probably, say, about 10% of my workload probably gone into the pit. I'm going to try ramp that up a little bit. And obviously getting other people on board is one of the better ways to do it. And I'm excited for it, to be honest. There's big things coming. I can't leak it, but there's some exciting things coming. And I think the scene was crying out for it, to be honest. Like something like that. I'm not saying it's fantastic, but there's a big chance though.
It's the thing though. The hardest thing is getting started, right? And then like from every week you can get better. Every day you can get better. It's like you say, you reflecting on the first week's content, and you're like, the videos could have been better. Yeah, but like, if you hadn't have started at that point, you wouldn't be to the point you are now, where you can look back and go, I could have changed this. I could have changed that. It's incredible. I mean, like I like watching it when I get a chance. It's great content, and you're hearing from people that you wouldn't necessarily hear from all of the time. And as we all know, the EU Challenger scene isn't great with content. So the more that we can get out there, the better, because then it's going to attract more other esports teams, other sponsors into the space, and hopefully reignite the EU scene a bit more, because it is an incredible space already that's underutilized. So
passion in it is unmatched.
Yeah,
it's just connecting the dots. Like as the community, like it could be our fault, but just not too many people mingle outside their little friend groups. Let's just mingle. Let's get everyone together, build something, and then and hopefully, like one of the big things for me is like we start doing. Like I've noticed with the cups, more people started hosting tournaments. Although I was aware, like there's more tournaments coming. There's people around. They're like, "Do you mind if I host a tournament?" Like, I don't care, mate. Please do it. That's the whole point. There was nothing to do, right? So the same with the content. Like hopefully, even if there's only one person, two people, see what I'm doing, see what you're doing, and then they go, "Hold on a minute, we should be doing this."
Yeah.
And it's just a spiral effect, and then everyone in the community benefits. But
you know, I've got a lot of respect for you saying that, because some people would see that as like competitive. They'd be like, they'd want to do it bigger and better, and you'd be like saying, no, you can't do that. I'm doing it. It's my thing. But you're in fact encouraging people, and I feel like that's what the community needs.
Welcome the challenge.
I have a thing with copying as well, and I always took this from school. If you copy someone else's homework, it's never going to be better. The best you get is on their grade. So if you want to go copy someone else, someone wants to copy me, right? Which I don't care about, but feel free, because I know you're not going to beat it. You don't beat anything by copying.
And the thing is what
fine ideas.
They're never gonna like get to the stage you are, right? They're already like 8 weeks behind, and like you're always gonna be that 8 weeks ahead, because you're not just gonna sit on your laurels just to keep it how it is, right? It's always gonna get bigger and better.
Yeah, and it's something that another thing with me as well is that when I start worrying about what other people think of me, I then go, "Cop, mate, you're not doing enough," because I should be too busy to be worrying about what other people are doing and what other people are thinking.
Yeah.
So when that happens, when I'm in my head, I just sign myself up for more stuff, and then there's no worry there. I haven't got the time to physically worry what someone else is doing.
I need that mentality. I'm gonna have to train myself to think like that because I worry way too much about what people think. It's
Work more,
unreal.
worry less.
Yeah.
That sounds like Abby's just signed up for an extra 30 videos from January. Perfect.
That
Let me move
no.
first, all right? Let me get my moving done first, and I'll be more than happy to.
I love it. I love it. And Abby, I guess like I don't know if you want to talk about it, but your big move.
I mean, it's nothing. I say it's nothing really what's gonna like affect me like with my streaming wise, but as a lot of people know, me and my partner have been doing long distance for a while now. I've been struggling with it. He's been struggling with it, and we've both been kind of got given the opportunity to cut the long distance. And me actually move over to the Netherlands, so I'm learning the language. I'm, learning like the cultures and things. Spending Christmas over there this year. But yeah, I'm gonna be moving at some point. I want to say back in a February, and I've been given an opportunity to go full time with content. So I'm not gonna be able to give that up. I can't turn around and say no to something like, especially what I'm so passionate about, and I get to be with my partner as well. So it's kind of a no-brainer as well, and I'm super super grateful for the opportunities that have been arisen with my community, with Noctem, and with everyone else who supported me and family and stuff. So it's a big move. I was gonna do it even before I met my partner, but yeah, I'm just super excited that now it's hurrying up because I mean it's a new journey for me. Get me out of the UK.
Trust. I mean, it gives like Noctem a great. Let me start that
Go on.
again. It gives Noctem a great opportunity to do a IRL content day in Amsterdam because you're in Holland. So great.
So yeah, you know what? I've been to Amsterdam. It's not what everyone cracks it out to be fair, but it'd be great for content. Yeah, sure.
I'll be the judge of that. I'll be the judge of that.
Yeah.
Get me there.
Yeah, well, I've done Amsterdam once. We went around. It was really busy, but I'm someone for art and stuff like that. So I went to the museum of art. Oh my gosh, it was beautiful, beautiful place, but beautiful people. Everyone there's great. There's not one horrible person I've met who's Dutch type of thing. So yeah, I'd be up for it. I'd love to have you guys over.
There we go. Invites in the post copy.
Yeah.
We go.
I'm not saying no. I mean, I've took that as an invitation. Like, I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
that
turn
is
up
an
to the
invite.
window.
Get it started.
So Sophie will be fine with it as well because it's work.
Yes.
Yeah, it's work.
Okay. Might have to take her along.
Yeah. Bring everyone,
Yeah.
get that 30 Noctem
Everything.
deep.
Oh, yes, please.
I love it. Right, I'm going to have a quick look at the list because we've been recording for 23 minutes and I haven't even touched on the list yet. But
Content.
yeah. I guess EAFC season so far. So we signed the boys over at FG FIFA, and they are representing us in the Virtual Pro League, Virtual Pro Gaming Leagues. They automatically went into the top league in Europe as well as the top league in England. And, it's been a cracking start. I think we've had one Cash Cup win. We've had about 5 second places, which is devastating.
On pens.
On pens, yeah. I think there was like 3 in a row on pens, weren't there? And it was just like
Ouch.
heartbreaking. Then in the English Prem, we're in first place. We've had a little wobble, but we're still in first place by 4 points. So quality. I think there's only 5 games to go in the English Prem as well. So it's getting tense. I would be buzzing to have a first place finish in our first season in the EAFC, but 5 games is a lot, and one of them is against Prolific, who are very, very good. In the esports Prem, which is the premier European competition, we're not doing as well. We are in 11th place. I mean, that's tough. Like we watched a couple of the games in Europe, right? Like the difference in quality between the English and European League is just like night and day.
It's incredibly stacked. Like incredibly stacked.
Yeah, you don't see many like spankings either, do you? Really, they're all close games.
Yeah.
But I
And
think
everyone's taking games off each other.
Yeah, I mean, you look at some of the names in here as well. So like Flow Up Esports are in first place. We've got Real Sociedad, obviously the Real Sociedad esports team. There is Fenerbahce's esports team. There is, I can never say it, but there's another Crvena Zvezda esports.
I'll go with that.
Yeah, I think that was pretty good. UD Lira esports or Lyria. AD Olivier Rents, who I think are Dutch. And then like there's loads of other quality teams just not associated with football clubs. So like big names, and like 26-team league, and we're in 11th. So first season in that quality.
That's amazing.
I think the boys themselves are quite disappointed that they are where they are, which is great to see. We love that sort of attitude. So
That's just a
That
competitor.
discipline again.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, watch party in that, like the couple of times we've managed to do it has been like so much fun. Like just watching a game that I love through all its flaws over the years. But yeah, just seeing like the passion that they have for the game is just incredible. I love it.
They're a good bunch of lads as well. I think that's one of the big things for me. Is that obviously when you say you're bringing a team on, like you never know what you're going to get, but like generally, like all the interactions with all of their lads, I think even a couple played one of the community cups. Like they're all a great vibe. Like banter's flowing there, but at the same time they're respectful enough to represent an org. Like they're a great bunch, and they're actually pretty good at the game. I think they're labeled like the best team on Xbox or something. You know, weren't they? Like
Yeah, from last year, best team on Xbox.
Yeah.
So
super talented squad, great lads. Like what else could you want? Some solid placements. So, and that's one thing I will say. Right, even I can't do this right sometimes. Even when they lose, like they can sit there and they can make a joke about it straight away. Like, they can brush it off, and it is typical. I do like them. They're a great crack.
yeah, same, and hopefully some crossover content coming soon. Maybe.
Mm.
Eyes emoji.
Eyes emoji.
Well, I think I just died of cringe. I shouldn't say that. I'm 30 years old. 31 years old. Fuck me.
You're aging like fine wine, mate.
I don't know about that, mate. My hip's going a little bit at the moment, which is not great. I
They're
literally.
not
take it
back to it,
back.
and I'm almost 21. Ugh.
When I came back from a wedding, story time. When I came back from a wedding like 2 weeks ago, I mean, my hip was like falling asleep when I was on the dance floor, like throwing some shades. The next day I woke up.
Shit.
Honestly, it was a very strange experience, and I was like, okay, this is not good. But tomorrow it'll be fine. The next day I can literally just walk in like a peg leg. Anyway,
Jackson be on a crutch at Boston.
trust me, I need to get something shaved on my bone shaved down or some shit. Hip replacement at 31. That is bonkers.
Oh, that's incredible.
Oh, God.
All right. Next up, we've got all of our favourite topics, which is Modern Warfare 3. Talk to me.
I love it.
Where do you want me to start? Good or the
Oh, here
bad?
we go. How long we got?
Copy rant incoming.
Yeah, copyright incoming. You got 5 minutes. Go.
No. The game's good. It's fun on the whole. It's competitive wise. It's the first game that's probably given me the itch in a while. Like, shame the scene isn't more appealing in challenges in the lower level. But I've got the itch. I want to get on. I want to scrim, play money eights, whatever, down on the lower portion of it all. But it is fun. Like, comp-wise, it could be a great year. Just is there some issues? Absolutely, but it's a 50% increase from last year, in my opinion. So we're going in the right way for the first time in many years. We're not going down. We're climbing the ladder again. So promising.
Yeah, we love that. How about you, Abby? How's your experience been on it? First year of competing as well, right?
Yeah, I still think that it looks a bit of a DLC. I'm still sticking by it, right? And I will say it with chess. I do still think it's a DLC. We just got like an updated movement and new maps, basically. You know, that's how I kind of see it. But this is probably the best COD that's been released in a very long time. And I said it on stream. Someone clipped it and posted out a tweet. I said it was the best COD we've had since World War II. That what I've enjoyed. That's on my thing of it.
I'm starting to like her again.
I genuinely think, but you see, I didn't enjoy the campaign. I didn't like the DMZ type of vibe to it. I didn't like that. I do like the normal story based. But comp, I have started scrimming. I've learned how to scrim, guys. And I've learned who formal is, so we're getting somewhere. All right. But yeah, I'm enjoying it, and I'm just getting a little bit used to the movement and stuff. Like remembering that I can't like snake 24/7 now because of like new possible GA listings and stuff.
I for one, like with snaking, I'm very, very happy because my hands don't move that fast. So
I've just
buzzing.
learned how to do it. I spent ages learning how to do it, and everyone was like showing me. It's like, obviously, how do it? I'm like, watch YouTube tutorials and how to do it and everything. Managed to get it absolutely bang on. Now I can't do it anymore. Sad.
Tough. But on the competitive side, actually, big news. Obviously, I think since the last one came out, we've signed our challenges team. Love to see it official. As I'm sure Copy and Abby already know, we were in discussions all over the summer, basically, from the end of the Modern Warfare 2 season about what we were going to do this year. Obviously, money-wise, the competitive side of things in challenges, we still don't have the full details, but it's obviously incredibly expensive. However, we all love Call of Duty. For me, Noctem started with Call of Duty. I would not want to be in it as much as it's going to cost us. I also think it can be like a huge asset to us because there's so much that we're doing around Call of Duty. Like, we've got so many Call of Duty content creators, right? Like, we've got the tournaments with Copy, we've got our 1v1 series, like all of the bits and pieces, and like so much more in the works. And yeah, for me, it wouldn't have felt right if we weren't in Call of Duty this year. And I just got to say, I'm absolutely buzzing with the team that we've got locked up as well.
Yeah.
So for those of you who don't know, it's Resi, Detain, Cruz, and Genesis. Great bunch of lads. Easy to talk to. Obviously, Cruz has been with us before. Resi and Detain finished last season with us. And super happy to have Genesis on board. Super experienced, lovely bloke, easy to talk to. I mean, what more could we want, really?
Made.
Not much, to be honest. When obviously I knew about this roster or part of it for a while, every time you told me, I was like, could you get someone better, on paper? I wasn't really sure. But after announced, and especially after the content I'd done with them, after talking to Genesis specifically, I was really impressed. Like, really, really impressed. Because obviously I wasn't familiar with these names when I joined Noctem, right? Obviously, but you were. And I was like, trust what you say. And I was like, okay, let's look at it. And I met the lads. Unbelievable. Like, the way they go about things, their mindset, it's different gravy. And the scrims, in scrims especially, right, they've looked absolutely fantastic. And I don't think that around that team, the core team that was there at the beginning of the season, I don't think you could have done much better. I really don't. It's not overgas. No, I honestly think the ceiling for this team is so high.
Yeah. I think at the moment for the boys, their big thing is like transitioning the scrim results into actual practice. Yeah. The last cup we were in, they're really disappointed with the result, but hopefully by the time this goes out, if this goes out this Friday, which would be Friday the 15th of December, on the 16th, we've got the Trey Zero and Esports Hub tournament, which super excited for. Top 16 seeded teams in Europe, all battling it out, which is going to be amazing watch.
Be a banger.
And I mean, on the team as well, like, I'd already promised Josh for this year that we would see if we could build a team. And as soon as we started talking, it was pretty apparent that we would have Detain as well. And for me, that 2 as a core is like incredible. And then let's see what else we could build. And yeah, similar to you, Cobby, I'm super happy with how the teams turned out. I think we had some very initial conversations with other teams. But for me, one team this year, maybe 2 further down the line, but I don't know. But one team, and yeah, I'm buzzing for it.
Rightly so, like touching it again, like I think you're cautious going into like any huge decision, which I mean, to be honest, this is like with the amount of funding around it. But again, looking back on it, I just don't think that if you go down that top 8 list, yeah, there might be obviously there's some huge names in there, right? But if you look at them top 8, I honestly think this is the sweet spot. I really, really do. The one with the biggest ceiling, the one that made the most sense, and it's just exciting. It is. I'm so excited for this squad. I really do think they can do big things. Like Detain, the man's won everything in challenges. Like
Yeah.
if someone's come to you with a CV, you couldn't have nothing else on it, right? He's won it back to back on that in challenges, which is near on impossible to do. Resi, by the way, on this game looks absolutely unbelievable. Again, not overgassing it. Like could be one of the best individual players I've watched on the map this year, along with F Dot. Like just
Yo.
can take over a map at any second. And then Genesis, like I say, I could not be more impressed with that man. Wasn't too familiar with his name before the season. And then you got the Portuguese Slayer Cruz. Like, I don't know. I don't know how you. If this team was to ever make a change, which I hope they don't, I don't see how you can improve it unless you have one of them big names, which just isn't going to happen. I'd really think nails been hit on the head here.
Yeah, and I mean chemistry wise as well. Like they've all played together at some. Like there's the connection there already.
Yeah, Genesis and Cruz played champs last year together, right?
They did, yeah. Obviously, Rezi's played with Cruz for on and off for years. The Tains played with Genesis before. The Tains played with Rezi before, and I think it's only the Tain and Cruz that haven't played together in some capacity. But I mean, they were playing in tournaments all off season together, and I think once this clicks, I think with the Darkhorses this year, you know, like out of that top 8 Darkhorses, and
100%.
yeah, I am buzzing for Boston, absolutely buzzing for it.
Well, that's probably the biggest thing, right? Is because EU lads early on they didn't really play each other too much. Like EU versus NA seeds, how does the EU pair this year against NA? And I've been looking at it, and I think honestly that the top 8 seeds in Europe are going to go extremely deep in these tournaments. I think this year the EU might have the upper hand.
Yeah,
because some of them NA rosters they make sense to me. I'm not saying I know it all, but some of them NA rosters I'm not impressed with. A lot of them in that top 16, not impressed with. I really think these EU lads are going to catch the scene by storm at Boston.
I'm excited to watch it, to be fair. I'm excited to watch this first time coming in, actually watching it and seeing our team in there. It actually sounds pretty cool.
Them NA seeds are everywhere.
I'm really hoping that the league allow us to like live stream our games outside of just using a phone, because that would do wonders. But we shall see, I guess.
It would make sense for all parties involved. However, they've been very restrictive before on such ideas. But to me, someone's coming to make free content around your game, around what you're doing here. It's a no-brainer to me, but we'll see. If they only give us a phone jack, they give us a phone, we'll make it work.
Yeah, I think the annoying thing, and like I understand why they do it, but I don't agree with it, is that they don't want it to clash with their mainstream. And I'm like, you have like Champions League football on at the same time as like League One football. You have Premier League football on at the same time as like League Two football on telly. Like, you can make it work. It's fine.
Yeah.
Well, the more sources of potential people coming into your scene, the better, no? Like
Yeah.
we used to have four. We used to have 4 streams. Now we only have one of the main players. I don't see the problem, especially with the grassroots or the content around it. I really don't understand it. Like they're so hesitant to invest in grassroots, whereas literally every other sport in the entire planet does so heavily. It's probably the thing they invest the most heaviest in. But again, it's just the structure, isn't it? It's just wildly disappointing. But hopefully that changes, because smart people like that at tops of big companies are clever enough to see what's going on, surely.
I think they will. Like, I feel like this year is going to be a real turning point. Like,
I do.
I think it's been a slow start in terms of challenges communication, but Daniel I don't know how to say his name, has come out and said, yeah, I agree, the communication needs to be better one way or another, which is positives. Like, I don't think he would have said that last year.
No.
I think this is the year that, yeah, it feels like there's a big vibe, like a big positive vibe around. And like, if EU teams do start slamming NA teams on a regular basis, which I have a good feeling they will, but I did last year as well. So I think it's going to make sense because there's not that many orgs that are actually investing in challenges this year, at least not yet.
Especially NA as well. Minimal over there.
Yeah. EU, we've got, I think, out of the top 16 teams, I think there's 7 that have got orgs at the moment. The good thing is, like, outside of the top 16, there is quite a few orgs that are supporting players, which is something that we love to see, right? And hopefully you get more orgs coming in for like closer to the first event, and then they stay for the rest of the year. But obviously, it depends on a lot of things.
It's just the players' demands, which I feel like is coming down. Like some of them bottom teams would have wanted full funding, which is just unrealistic. Now some of the players are starting to cog on. Like, if we can even get half a team pass funded, right, let's do it. Like,
yeah, why not?
Yeah,
this minimises the risk for you as well, right? Like, okay, get 4 of you in a hotel room, 1 hotel room. It ain't going to cost you a lot, and then flights are like what 300-400 a pop. I mean, you could probably do it for like 700 quid each, and like, yeah, I know not everyone works, but like, fucking go get a job and then go
or stream.
Yeah,
Great content.
Stream content.
But no, the EU scene, you know, as much as we're lacking communication right now for the biggest part of challengers, it's looking promising. It's looking promising. I feel a storm brewing.
Yeah, me too, mate.
I didn't feel this last year.
Yeah, lots of good stuff in the works, and like lots of stuff from us as well. So
lots.
I'm hoping, hoping that the plans come together. I'm sure they will, because there's a lot in the pipeline. And obviously, good news as well on tournament front is that on first look at the moment, there's 5 UK-based challenger events this year.
6 confirmed. 3 speculated from Katana minimal. We have 2 from Esh Hub, because Esh Hub said we're hosting 1, but there will definitely be more. So minimum 2, and then COD Agent 1 as well, which actually I think they might respond to as well. So possibly 7. And then XP League Carl said, "What's stopping us from hosting 1?" Absolutely nothing, mate. So they might be working on 1 as well. So we might have 8.
I mean, that would be incredible, right?
That would be ace.
Just honestly, right? Even just give us 4 between all of you. Be unbelievable.
I think as well, like a lot of these companies are quite reputable as well. So like, it doesn't sound like we're going to have like a ACCL disaster class. But
No.
you never know. Like, I don't want to. You never know. But like, that's it. Positives, right? There's so many positives for you this year. I mean, you've got someone like Zero as well coming back from the league and like putting his money into hosting tournaments for Europe, which, you know, what more could you want out of that?
There's not a bad word to be said about it, and it makes sense whether you're looking to invest or just give back to the community or whatever. It's there, viable options. Start looking at it more heavily, because you're going to miss out.
Exactly. All right. Shall we move on to this or that? Abby, have you got a this or that?
I've got a couple of questions, so there's not a lot.
Okay, sweet.
But it's a bit more of a, like, it's got normal questions and then this or that. So, quick fire, basic questions, just what I want to know as well. So, with the new Call of Duty that has just come out, do you believe ARs or subs are blessed?
ARs,
Which one do I see a lot of people say subs at the moment. What do you think, Cop?
Blessed?
Blessed. ARs or subs
No,
so far?
no. Whoever's saying subs are blessed, right, is an extremely talented sub player. Subs are good in very situational gunfights. If you can get yourself on the map where you need to be, which you can say that about any COD ever, but like the maps right now, they're not built for subs. They're built for ARs, and the AR this year is slightly better. And that MCW is absolutely disgusting. If there's an AR player on your team struggling to use the MCW, respectfully drop them.
You know what? I mean, I'm not struggling yet, but I love that gun, mate. I absolutely love it. So, next one, we're going to go into a bit of movement. So, in the case of Modern Warfare 3 and Copy's favourite game, Modern Warfare 2 last year, which was your favourite movement? Like, what movement did you prefer?
Such a silly question, Abby. Modern Warfare 3.
What? It's only because I want Copy to go on tangents. I've already spoke to him about it. We need tangents.
I've never liked slide cancel in any Call of Duty ever. But this one,
not?
to be honest, no. This one's probably the first one that was made to be a slide cancel in a game rather than Shotzi finding out a groundbreaking movement in the first week of a COD. Yeah, this slide cancel's fine. Don't mind it at all. However, preferenced is definitely not Modern Warfare 2. That game stunk of absolute, you can make the rest up. But give me my favorite movements like a World War II, like boots on the ground, traditional
Yeah.
boots on the ground,
I was just about
old
to
man
ask.
gameplay where the game's all up here, mate.
I was
That's
just about
what
to
I
ask
want.
you, boots on the ground or jetpack?
I'm a boots. I'll
Oh,
be
you're a
honest,
jet?
right? When a jetpack game used to come out, I was off the scene. I was like, I'm playing that, but I'd quite like one now. I'd like something different.
For me, on the jetpacks or boots, like I've always been boots, and I remember I stopped playing COD for like 2 years, right? I came back and I was like, oh, I'll give this game a go, and I'm like, what the fuck is these jetpacks and wall running about? Like what? Obviously, I just
didn't
need to
really
get
mind
better. That's it.
I didn't mind it now. But I do prefer boots on the ground though, rather than people flying around at me at 20 cents doing random no scopes off walls and stuff. So
Yeah, but as much as I'm fond of you, Abby, right? I don't know if I can take your cool opinions too serious
No,
after last year. You told me
alright.
Modern Warfare 2 was good.
I never said it was good.
You're a liar.
Oh, I'm a lie. Get the clip and then come show me it. Yeah, how about that? Right, next thing. So we'll talk about the GA list. So as you know, I'm just new to this COD scene, so I've recently found out what the GA actually is. Snaking or no snaking has become a big issue within the CDL, hasn't it? So some people are complaining about a certain someone in the league who's snaking everything, and everyone
Cell.
got mad at it.
Was it Cell?
I don't know. It might
Of
have
course,
been.
it was bloody Cell.
Yeah, because all I know is it was
Oh,
one person that was
no.
snaking, and the rest of the team's just like, yeah, we can't do it against them.
This last weekend, it was Skies. You got a red card from Zima.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm more non-snaking, but I guess it's hard, right? Like I think snaking, if you've got trophy systems, is just like ridiculous because like you can't nade them to get them off the head here or anything.
Yeah.
But if you didn't have trophy systems, then I wouldn't see an issue with snaking. Maybe that's just a bad take, but
What do you think, Hop?
I'm itching right now. Right, go back to Black Ops 4, right, where you could snake. However, gentleman's agreement, right? Wasn't even a gentleman's agreement. It was a rule, mate. You done this, you were getting forfeited, right? And that's how it should be, right? No one on this planet, right, wants to get in a gunfight and you see your bloke be doing this, mate. No one wants to see it, mate. No one at all wants to see this, mate. It should not happen, mate. If you snake in Call of Duty, you're an absolute whopper. Do not tell me it's because your movement's better. Everyone should do it. Snaking
God.
shouldn't be on COD. Get it gone.
Right, well, there's Copy's take on snaking. Anyways, moving on. So and I know apparently this is a new one as well. The knives or pistols. So it used to be knives that you'd run. Now it's pistols. What's your opinion on that? I like it personally.
the knives are GA this year, aren't they?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
have to use a pistol.
Too many doors.
She's triggering me, honestly.
What do you mean?
You just know where to poke, don't you, mate?
I do, Copy. I've known you way too long now. Go on, give us it.
It should be a knife. However, the developers of this title somehow made a knife overpowered as it's the best weapon in the game. Had it on the camera grind, and I felt like Shotzi, mate. It was unbelievable. I've never known a melee weapon to lunge so quick. It is ridiculous. I could lunge halfway across terminal and kill a bloke. How I don't know, mate. How they've made this knife so overpowered, I've no clue. It should be GA'd into existence, mate. They need to take it out of the game, honestly. I can't wait to see a patch note on a knife. They're gonna have to nerf a knife. It's absolutely barbaric. I love what they've done with this game, but that's the big one for me, right? How has that got through testing? Who's gone? Oh, this is solid, great work. You donut.
There's just one dev having a good crack with it, wasn't there? And he's just like, yeah, fuck it, let's put.
One dev was having a fantastic time doing something, mate, and I tell you what, it wasn't work.
Well, anyway, keep it on like your favourites then, Cop. What's your favourite map and why? Like, what have you? I was gonna pick your two worst maps, but I decided to keep that out of my mouth because I don't want you getting mad. I was gonna say, do you like Subbase by any chance?
Mate.
Scratchy by any chance?
I'll tell you what, right? Subbase before this year, I labelled it as one of my like top 3 favourite maps ever. Like I love snow themed maps. I'm a winter baby. Like Ardennes Forest, World War II. Absolutely love it. Subbase this year, it's so disappointing because Hardpoint on it stinks because again, they made 2 huge mistakes. Some absolute plant pot has put two hills next to each other on the same lane of a map. Like that P2 to P3 rotation, as much as they've fixed spawns in this patch, it's inexcusable. Who looks at a mini map and goes, "Oh, where should we rotate to? Oh, let's just go right here." Well done, mate. You've killed our sub base. No one's got a good word to say about one of my favourite club maps ever, so I'm not happy. But
Jack?
Do you know what? Yeah, like obviously I don't play comp, right? So I just play when I play with like my IRLs and stuff. We love sub base.
I love sub base.
It's just chaos.
I
right?
didn't want to say it. I love it because I love scrimming it because everyone else hates it. So when I'm playing it and I love the map and I'm like knowing where people are going to be spawning, even though the spawns are absolutely terrible, I've got an idea where you're going to be spawning. I love it.
I
Everyone
love
hates it that I love it.
I love the chaos of it. I love the map, but I just don't. I don't love the bloke that put P2 to 3.
Yeah, I like, swap P3 and P4. Solves half the problems,
Back
right?
and forth. Yeah. See, even
Then
like
you're
with
going across the map,
P4
or put P2 where P3 is. P3 is inside the little bunker, and then P4 is where P2 is.
There's two massive warehouses on the other side of the map that they haven't used. I think P3 is great, by the way, but maybe get rid of P3 and just have the two bunkers. I don't know. And then you could have 5. You go P2 to the bottom right warehouse, over to the sub base, and then back over to the other warehouse. There's got to be something better. Again, these are intelligent people, paid a lot of money, and this is what they come up with.
By the way, on sub base, while we're in the topic, did you know you could swim in the fucking water?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
you
gonna be
can
people watching this that watch me do this, and they were fuming with me.
You can
No.
swim in the water. So like I'm sitting there, yeah, like just chilling with my mates, chatting away, and then like we just started the map. I've run on the outskirts, and then like I'm looking towards P1 and Hardpoint, right? I'm like, great line of sight. I like this spot. Next thing I know, some geezer's run up behind me and stabbed me in the back. He's gone into the water, climbed up the ladder, and stabbed me in the back. Couldn't believe it.
Well, that's a decent rotation spot, really. If someone's holding that ramp in it.
Yeah, there you go.
Only learn something new every day.
Yeah, crazy.
But that's it for me for this time. I've only got a few for you this time round.
It's all right. It's good fun. You know, getting copy rolled up is always great. So.
I feel like that's why I'm in Noctem, to be fair. I feel like that's my job. That was on my contract copy. I'm honestly, I'm telling the truth. like Brownie's promise type of thing.
Okay.
It's good. We always need a good copy run. We always need it.
Yeah, there's been plenty of them in here, which is perfect. It's going straight up on the TikTok and shorts.
Oh, I'm just an idiot.
No, we love it, mate. We love it.
No, nothing worse than what I didn't realise I said at the beginning of this podcast, so we'll move on.
What's that? I'm not going to say it again, don't worry. Right, we are 53 minutes into the recording. I've got one last section that I'd like to cover, and that is looking forward to the future and like what is your goal or one of your goals for 2024? Like, where do you want to be this time next year?
You want to go first, Cop?
I was going to say the same thing to you.
You go.
Where do I want to be this time next year? Statistical?
Whatever you want to do, mate.
This time next year, do you know what, there's only one thing, actually, reflecting on it, is that 6 months ago, I had a very small friend group, which all cracking lads will still talk to. However, like the biggest thing for me in the last 6 months has been the amount of fantastic people that I've been able to meet and connect with that I never would have been if I hadn't have pursued content creation. So I'm really just hoping this next year is the same. I get to, I hate to call it networking, right? I really hate that word, but I hope to go to these events, host the cups, pit, whatever else, and just meet loads of new people, because honestly, it's probably the happiest I've ever been in my life in a long time, and it's probably down to me and all these different people that have all had massive impacts in my life. So just hoping to meet new people again, to be honest, because this community is just fantastic people.
I love that, mate. I love that.
Yeah, I've got to echo what Copy's saying, to be fair with you. Like, this time last year, like this year itself, if at the beginning of January you told me I'd be doing what I'm doing now, I would have told you you're on something. Like, the way I was mentally at the beginning of this year, it was absolutely shocking. The things that I've done, like I've been going to festivals, been going to the Netherlands, I've been meeting new people online, been having meetups, been having community meetups. It's been absolutely insane, and I've broke down so many of my barriers and things like that, what I've had up for such a long time. especially with like content as well. Never did I think I'd ever do a YouTube video. Never did I think I'd be doing a YouTube introduction, thinking I've got like 50 recordings here, like which one was the best one type of thing. But next year I want to be, obviously still want to have this mentality that I've got, being positive. I'm hopefully gonna be getting my numbers up a lot on streaming, because I've been back streaming on Kick platform for, well, I started the subathon on the 6th of December. So whenever this gets out from there, and I've been getting like 50 views, been getting averaged. I've had Santa Maria coming in, I've had Kick staff coming in, just that recognition. I got Kick picks of the week 2 type of thing. I was posted all over Kick social media. Like, I would never, ever, ever have thought that at the beginning of this month I would even be doing something like that. And that is, I don't know, a heartwarming and eye-opening. And I can't thank everyone, everyone who's watching this. Well, like people from my community, I can't thank you all enough, because it's incredible. So,
Preach it.
Love that. I love that. And I guess like from Noctem's point of view, I think this has been an incredible like first 10 months, which is crazy when you say it's only been 10 months, right? But for Noctem, like next year is going to be a huge year. I feel it already. I think we've got a lot that we want to do, lots of incredible content that we want to create, like more IRL content. I think probably end up picking up a few more incredible creators next year, which would be amazing. I want to win the Call of Duty major in challenges next year. So no pressure, lads, if you're listening. And Boston would be an incredible start to the year, wouldn't it?
Mm.
And I think like looking to other esports as well. I think EAFC, we're going to be carrying on there. Hopefully we'll be coming back as reigning champions in England and back to competing at the top in Europe. Apex Legends QT 2024, hopefully, if everything goes to plan.
Don't you dare say that to me. I fell in love after that event. I'll do anything to go to another. See Noctem on that main stage. Holy.
Trust me.
Intel.
Me. That is the Intel. Q2 2024, if everything goes to plan.
Come on.
I guess like the big thing for me as well is just having like 2 or 3 incredible brands that we're working with regularly that can partner with us and help us produce the content that we want to do, and also like us be able to deliver on their KPIs and help them thrive as well. Because all right, we might not be the fastest growing anymore, but in terms of like content that's going out, there's no one in the UK that is putting out more content than us, and that's including your Fanatics and your XLs. Like no one's doing it, and we're only gonna get better with that. Like I would be surprised if this point next year we're not like putting out 2 quality videos a day.
That'd be amazing to see, to be fair.
Oh, you will.
I believe. I believe.
It will happen. That's the mentality. It's not believe, it will. It will happen.
Yeah, exactly. And I guess from like my perspective, like personally as well, it's been an incredible year for me. Like similar to you guys with the whole like meeting loads of new people, like getting back into the competitive side of things is like been incredible for me. It's been too long since I last did it, and being able to like work with you guys, which is like so easy, like so easy to work with you guys, which is I love. I think you can tell that you both got the passion and the drive to do everything that you want to do. I think we've been incredibly lucky with the content creators, the teams, the staff that we've had that have enabled us to get to this point. And from here, it's only upwards. And literally, I think the biggest obstacle that we have to overcome in the next sort of 6 to 12 months is just like ensuring we get partners on board, and the right partners as well. Like I'm not just going to take the money for something that I don't believe in. I don't think Noctem should be associated with, and like the teams don't believe in. Yeah, I think it's been an incredible year for me personally, and super excited for next year. Like my brain just like goes in a bit of a twist whenever I think about it, because there's so much that I want to do. like both personally and professionally, and like getting out to as many events next year as possible is like huge on my tick list. But hopefully we can have so many in the UK that I can bring the dog.
Yes.
It's just there. Oh.
You know what? Make sure I come to that one then, because I love dogs. Oh,
I love
I
it.
keep seeing him jump up on your couch in your background.
She's absolutely dead meat. I think she had like 2 huge walks yesterday and 2 today. So wonderful. Right. Amazing. Well, thank you both for a wonderful first episode back. Should we call this season 2? This season 2 of the Vista?
This is official. Season 2.
Season 2. Here we go. Yeah, I love it. It's been great. So many positives. So many. I've had so much fun. I don't know about you two, but
yeah, it's been nice to have a catch up as well.
yeah, honestly, we should just record our catch ups like that.
I know. To be
No.
fair.
No.
Yeah, getting clips of you bullying me from
Intel.
mic intros. Yeah, let's get that out there.
Oh no.
No, it's been nice catching up with you guys, honestly.
Always
Love
a
it.
pleasure, never a chore.
You'd love to hear it. All right. Until next time, this has been the Vista. I am Jack. I'm with Copy and Abby, and we're buzzing to be back.
Peace.
Hey.
Peace.
Peace.
Mate, side-eye